Manitoba's Ukrainian community is calling U.S. President Donald Trump's version of events over the war in Ukraine disturbing. This as the third-year anniversary of the Russian invasion in Ukraine approaches. And while the U.S. and Russia held peace talks this week, Trump accused Ukraine of starting the war and called President Vladimir Zelensky a dictator. Standing by live with the follow tonight is CTV's Jeff Keele. So, Jeff, how are local Ukrainians reacting to Trump's statements?
One woman we spoke to said she's angry and upset, and she's worried about Ukraine's future.
As the war in Ukraine approaches 3 years, Manitoba's Ukrainian community is feeling uneasy about the latest developments.
I'm pretty upset. I'm angry.
The United States and Russia have been involved in peace talks without Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky. The war started when Russian President Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine, but this week President Donald Trump seemed to blame the conflict on Zelensky.
You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
When Zelensky pushed back, Trump called him a dictator. The rhetoric is upsetting to local Ukrainians who have seen the devastation in their home country firsthand.
My daughter was baptized in the church, which is no longer exists because 3 weeks ago the bomb destroyed the church.
Oksana Burchak has been in Canada 12 years and lives in Winnipeg with her family. She can't understand how Trump can make the false claims. She worries about Ukraine's future.
My unfortunate expectations is the next step for Putin will be just to take over the whole Ukraine.
Ostap Skripnik with the Canadian-Ukrainian Congress in Manitoba says the situation is disheartening.
What happened over the last week has obviously been very disturbing for people and a bit of a surprise.
But he feels this has galvanized support for Ukraine in Canada and Europe. To mark the third anniversary of the war, his organization is holding a rally this weekend.
We want to show the solidarity of Ukrainian Canadians and Canadians in general with the people of Ukraine in their struggle, and that it's not forgotten about.
That rally is set for 2:30 afternoon at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights.